take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got me in the drought. Yeah. I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my ring. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my rings. Come for the win, can't take another L. On me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 56. For Arizona.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Fielded in the end zone. He will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
He was brought down
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 21-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. This time Burrow will look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the ground, this is John Richard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on second and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical? And almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Bengals 14, Cardinals nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Bengals 14, Cardinals nothing.
Now Joe Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
4-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 2 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Caleb Balaj. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 46-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Murray forced out to his left. He's got Burton here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hands it off out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
14-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Down the line. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now we're signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run here with Mixon. They'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Hooked up on Jesse Bates. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Mixon with it. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the ground, Richard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man, it's Ross, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see.
They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray trying again after the pick 6. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That escapes the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. The return is Peterson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Murray buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Gotta know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. He'll have a first down and move past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to like that now. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good for a Cincinnati.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on